My parents are hiring the best lawyers in Cincinnati. You'll get visitation and that's it. That's what my wife said Tuesday night when she served me divorce papers. And yeah, I recorded it. I'm Blake, 34. Insurance claims adjuster. Been married to Courtney, 32, for 9 years, together 11. We've got 2 kids, Emma's 7, Luca's just turned 5. The house is in my name, bought it before we got married with money I saved working 60-hour weeks. It's not huge, just a 3-bedroom ranch in a decent Cincinnati suburb, but it's ours. Well, mine on paper, or it was supposed to be mine. Tuesday evening I came home from work and found divorce papers on the kitchen counter, just sitting there next to the mail like a freaking utility bill. Courtney was in the living room scrolling her phone like this was nothing. "What's this?" I asked, even though I obviously knew. She didn't even look up. "Divorce papers. I already talked to a lawyer. My parents are paying for everything." My stomach dropped. "Courtney, what? We can work on things. We can try counseling." "I don't want counseling, Blake. I want a divorce." She finally looked at me and there was this coldness I'd never seen before. "Don't bother fighting it. My parents are hiring the best lawyers in Cincinnati. They said they'll fund the whole thing until you give up. This is my house. I bought it, and I'll get it. I'll get primary custody too. You'll only have visitation rights." She said it so casually, like she was discussing what to order for dinner. "My dad already told me he'll bury you in legal fees if you try to fight. Can you afford that, Blake? Years of lawyer bills." I couldn't speak. My hands were shaking. Then she dropped the real bomb. "Nathan's moving in next month, by the way. The kids will adjust." "Nathan?" My voice came out wrong. "Nathan Cross, your ex from high school. We reconnected at my reunion 6 months ago." She smiled a little. "He's what I need right now." "You're just safe, boring. I need excitement." "You've been cheating for 6 months." I felt like I was going to throw up. "While we're married with our kids here. The kids are at summer camp all week, and honestly, Blake, we haven't been really married for a while now." She stood up. "You can make this easy or hard. Easy means you sign what I want, we split amicably, and you get decent visitation. Hard means my father funds a legal war that you cannot win, your choice." She walked past me to the bedroom. I just stood there in the kitchen, divorce papers in my hand, trying to process what just happened. That was 3 days ago. The kids are still at camp until Saturday. It's this overnight thing they do every summer. Emma loves it. Luca's was nervous, but Courtney insisted. Now I know why she wanted them gone this week, so she could blow up our marriage without them here to witness it. Since Tuesday, I've barely slept. Courtney acts like everything's normal. She's been browsing furniture websites, texting constantly. Yesterday I saw over her shoulder she was texting Nathan, told him, "He won't fight, place will be ours soon." She was planning to give away my house. The house I bought with money I saved working double shifts as a junior adjuster. The house where my kids took their first steps. Here's my question, Reddit. Can wealthy in-laws really just take your premarital house? Her dad owns 3 HVAC companies across Ohio. He's got serious money. I'm talking 8-figure net worth. I make decent money, around $75K a year, but I can't compete with unlimited legal funds. Do I have any leverage here? How do I protect my kids? I keep thinking about how she said the kids will adjust, like they're just accessories she can move around. I work in insurance. I'm good with documentation. I know how to build a case file. But does documentation even matter when you're up against unlimited money? Edit. Reading all your comments. You're right. I need to document everything and not sign anything. I haven't signed a thing yet. Told her I need time to process, which bought me a few days. Edit 2. Someone asked if her parents even know about the affair. Good question. I don't think they do. Courtney probably told them we're divorcing because we grew apart or some bullshit. Her dad's a hard-ass, but he's always been decent to me. Her mom, Linda, is super religious, goes to church every Sunday. I don't think they'd be cool with their daughter cheating and stealing another woman's husband. Nathan's been divorced twice already. Update 1, posted 4 days later. Holy shit. I don't even know where to start. First, apologies for the delay updating. Work got crazy, had a major commercial claim that needed immediate attention, and honestly, I was using work to avoid thinking about this mess. But what happened this morning? I need to write this down while it's still fresh, so I took everyone's advice. I spent the last 4 days documenting everything I could find, and I mean everything. I created this binder. It's something I do for complex insurance claims, organize evidence chronologically with tabs and labels. Except this time, instead of documenting water damage, I was documenting my marriage falling apart. The binder has screenshots of every text between Courtney and Nathan I could access. Some are romantic, some are explicit, some are them planning their future in my house. All time-stamped. Ring doorbell footage showing Nathan arriving at 11 a.m. on multiple weekdays when I'm at work and the kids are at school. Him leaving at 2 p.m. Time-stamped. Bank statements showing the $8,000 withdrawal from our joint account. I called the credit card company. It's a joint account too. She paid off Nathan's debt. His debt. With our money. Voice memos of conversations with Courtney where she threatened me with her dad's lawyers. Ohio's a one-party consent state for recording. I checked. A timeline I built showing the affair started at her high school reunion in January. 6 months of documented lies. Photos of hotel receipts I found in her car. Apparently Nathan thinks the Embassy Suites is romantic. I laid everything out on my home office desk Thursday night. I was planning to take it to a lawyer Monday morning. My brother Garrett's a family law attorney. He said he'd help me. But Saturday morning changed everything. I was in the shower. Kids were still at camp, getting picked up later that day. Courtney wasn't home. She's at Nathan's apartment most mornings now, doesn't even pretend anymore. I heard the doorbell ring, figured it was a package. Then I heard voices downstairs. I shut off the water. The voices got clearer. Owen and Linda, my in-laws. What the hell? I threw on jeans and a t-shirt still dripping and ran downstairs. They were in my office. Owen was holding my binder. "Blake," he said when he saw me. His face was gray. "What is this?" Linda was sitting in my desk chair, flipping through pages. Her hands were shaking. My mouth was dry. "That's my documentation for the divorce." "Affair?" Owen's voice cracked. "Nathan Cross for 6 months. You didn't know?" I asked. Linda looked up at me. She'd been crying. "She told us you wanted the divorce, that you two had grown apart and you wanted out." My legs felt weak. "She said what?" "Last week. She called us crying, said you wanted a divorce out of nowhere." Owen was reading the timeline page. "Said she was devastated but trying to be mature about it, that you just fallen out of love." "Owen, she told us you wouldn't fight it, that there wasn't anyone else involved." He looked at me. "She said you'd both agreed to split amicably." "That's not what happened," I said. "That's not even close to what happened." "We can see that," Linda whispered. She was reading the text messages. Her face had gone white. "Oh my God, our grandchildren." I pulled up a chair. "Why are you here?" "Emma's allergy medication." Linda held up an EpiPen. "The camp called last night, said they forgot to pack it. We said we'd drop it off this morning before pickup. Your front door was unlocked. We let ourselves in." She gestured around the office. "We saw the binder on your desk." Owen sat down heavily. "She told me you wouldn't fight because we'd fund her lawyers." He laughed, but it wasn't a happy sound. "She said that to you?" "Tuesday night. She said you'd bury me in legal fees until I gave up." "Son, I never said any such thing." Owen's jaw tightened. "I didn't even know there was a legal battle. She made it sound like a mutual decision." Linda was still reading. "She withdrew $8,000 for his debt, credit card debt. He's been divorced twice, apparently can't manage money. She's been living with him," Linda stood up, "while still married to you, while our grandchildren are at summer camp. Most days, yeah." Owen was quiet for a long moment. Then, "May I take photos of this for my records?" "You can take the whole binder if you need it. I have copies." He met my eyes. "Blake, I need you to hear me clearly. I'm not funding her lawyers. I'm not helping her take your house. This house is yours, and those kids need stability, and she is destroying that stability for a man who's been divorced twice. Linda and I are not enabling this. We can't." He looked at his wife. She nodded. "Do you have a lawyer?" he asked. "My brother Garrett, he's helping." "Good. If you need anything, you call me first. Understand?" I didn't trust myself to speak. I just nodded. Linda hugged me before they left. We love those babies, she said. We're not going to let her destroy their lives for selfishness. After they drove away, I sat in my office for an hour trying to process what just happened. The binder was supposed to go to a lawyer Monday. Instead, Courtney's parents saw it Saturday morning by complete accident. And now everything's different. Update 2, posted 1 week later. Courtney found out they know. It's been the worst week of my life, but also somehow the most clarifying. Monday morning, Owen called Courtney. Just come to the house. Family meeting now. That's all he said. She showed up at my house at 10 a.m. I'd taken the day off work. Owen and Linda were already there. They'd asked to meet at my house, not theirs. That should have been Courtney's first clue. She walked in smiling. What's so urgent? I have a nail appointment at 11. Owen was sitting on the couch, Linda in the armchair. I was standing by the fireplace. Sit down, Owen said. Courtney looked between us. What's going on? I want to hear it from you. Owen's voice was flat. Are you having an affair? Her face changed instantly. She looked at me. You told them. Answer your father's question, Linda said quietly. Blake, you freaking. Courtney stopped herself. You turned my parents against me. You brought them here to gang up on me. They came to drop off Emma's EpiPen Saturday, I said. Found my evidence binder by accident. I didn't tell them anything. The text messages did. She went pale. What binder? Owen pulled out his phone. The one with 6 months of documented proof. Photos of Nathan's car at this house. Bank statements showing you withdrew $8,000 to pay his credit card debt. Text messages planning your future together. He looked at his daughter. All while still married. You're spying on me? Courtney's voice went shrill. Recording me, that's Ohio's one-party consent, Linda said. Your father looked it up. And you lied to us. Owen stood. You said Blake wanted the divorce, that you'd both agreed. Courtney looked around wildly. It's more complicated than that. Blake is emotionally unavailable. He works constantly. He doesn't. We read the texts, Courtney. Linda's voice was cold. You've been sleeping with this man for 6 months. You told Blake we'd fund lawyers to bury him in legal fees so you could take his house. The house should be mine. I've lived here for 9 years. Blake bought that house before you married him, Owen said. You knew that. Hell, I remember when he closed on it. He was 25 years old, saved every penny from working double shifts. But I live here now. That doesn't make it yours, Linda said. And even if it did, do you think we'd help you steal someone's home for an affair partner? Courtney turned to her mother. You've always supported me. You've always supported you when you needed support, not when you're destroying your family. Linda stood up. That man has been divorced twice, Courtney. He's having an affair with a married woman. You think that's stable for Emma and Lucas? Nathan and I are serious. This isn't some fling. So you're going to move to Florida for him? Owen's voice was sharp. Blake showed me the texts. Courtney froze. Those were. We were just talking about possibilities. You told Nathan you'd have the kids down there by fall. That Blake would just have to deal with it. Owen stepped closer. That's called parental alienation. It's illegal. I wasn't really. This house stays Blake's, Owen interrupted. You're not taking it. You want a divorce. You get your own lawyer with your own money. Courtney stared at him. You're not helping me. We're helping what's right, and what's right is those kids having stability. Blake's been a good father, a good husband, and a good provider. Owen's jaw tightened. You threw that away for a guy who can't even pay his own credit card bills. You're choosing him. Courtney's voice broke. Your own daughter. We're choosing our grandchildren's well-being, and Blake is the one providing that. Linda walked over. We love you, Courtney. We always will, but we can't support what you're doing. We won't. Courtney looked at me, pure hatred. I hope you're happy. You destroyed my family relationships. You did that yourself, I said quietly. She screamed, actually screamed. Then she grabbed a picture frame off the bookshelf and threw it. It shattered against the wall. Linda jumped. Courtney, Owen grabbed her arm. She jerked away. Nathan was right. You're all judgmental and controlling. She was crying now, mascara running. We're leaving anyway, moving to Florida, away from all of you. No, you're not. Owen's voice was steel. Not with the kids. She looked at her father like she'd never seen him before. Then she ran out. The door slammed so hard the frame cracked. We all stood there in silence. Finally, Owen said, document that too. He left me his lawyer's number. Just in case you need a second opinion on anything. The last few days have been surreal. Courtney went to Nathan's apartment and hasn't come back. She texted me once, "Hope you're proud of yourself. You turned everyone against me." I didn't respond. Emma and Lucas came home from camp Saturday. They keep asking where Mom is. I told them she's staying somewhere else for a bit, that grown-ups sometimes need space. Emma's 7, she knows something's wrong. Lucas is 5 and just wants to know when we're having pancakes again. Owen and Linda came by Sunday, brought the kids new bikes. Linda cried when she hugged them. "We're not going anywhere," she told Emma. "Grandma and Grandpa love you so much." Nathan texted me once, "This is between you and her, leave me out of it." I blocked him. My brother Garrett's filing papers this week. Primary custody, the house, everything. He said with the evidence I have plus Owen and Linda willing to testify if needed, Courtney's case is dead in the water. She thought her parents' money was a weapon, Garrett said. Turns out their integrity was a sharper one. Pretty much sums it up. Final update. Posted 3 weeks later. It's been 3 weeks since the family meeting. Wanted to give an update since a lot of you have been asking. The divorce is filed. Garrett submitted everything, custody petition, asset division, the works. Courtney's lawyer, she hired one on her own dime, already tried to negotiate. Garrett sent them the evidence binder. They stopped calling. Custody arrangement is pretty clear. I get primary physical custody. Courtney gets supervised visitation every other weekend at my house. Owen and Linda volunteer to supervise because Courtney can't be trusted alone with the kids yet. She pays me child support since she makes more than I do in pharma sales. House is mine, obviously. Marital assets split 60-40 in my favor due to her withdrawing money for the affair. But here's what happened yesterday that I need to share. I was picking up Emma from gymnastics around 5 p.m. My phone rang. It was Owen. "Blake, you busy?" "Just got Emma. What's up?" "Courtney's at our house. Can you swing by? She wants to talk to you." My stomach dropped. "About what?" "Just come by. Linda's here too." I dropped Emma at my sister Kim's house and drove over. Courtney's car was in their driveway, so was Nathan's. Owen met me at the door. "Nathan's here too," Courtney insisted. Fair warning, it's not going well. I walked into their living room. Courtney was on the couch crying. Nathan sat next to her but not touching her. He looked uncomfortable as hell. Linda sat in the armchair with her arms crossed. "Blake," Courtney stood up. Her eyes were red and swollen. I needed to tell you something." "Okay." "Nathan and I broke up." I looked at Nathan. He was staring at his shoes. "Last week. He said he needed space, that this was all too much drama." Her voice cracked. "With my parents, with the divorce, with everything." Nathan finally spoke. "Look, man, I didn't know what I was getting into. The family stuff, the legal stuff, her losing her parents' support." He shrugged. "It got real heavy real fast." I almost laughed. "So when you thought you were getting a free house and a sugar daddy bank account, it was exciting. But when you realized you'd be dating a broke pharmaceutical rep in a shitty apartment, suddenly it wasn't worth it." "That's not," Nathan started. "That's exactly what it is," Linda interrupted. "You're a coward. You destroyed a marriage for your ego and ran the minute there were consequences." Nathan stood. "I'm not doing this. Courtney, I said what you wanted me to say. I'm done." He walked out. The front door slammed. Courtney collapsed back on the couch, sobbing. "He promised we'd be together. He said we were soulmates." Nobody said anything. After a minute, Courtney looked at me. "I'm sorry," I waited. "I'm sorry for everything, the affair, the threats, trying to take the house." She wiped her face. "I thought I was in love. I thought my parents would support me no matter what. I thought." She laughed bitterly. "I thought wrong about everything." "Yeah," I said, "you did. Is there any way we can fix this? Try again?" Owen made a noise. "Courtney, I mean it, Dad. Blake, I'll do therapy. I'll do whatever you want. I made a mistake. You made 6 months of deliberate choices," I said. "You threatened to take my house. You tried to turn your parents against me with lies. You planned to move my kids to Florida without telling me." I shook my head. "That's not a mistake. That's who you chose to be. But I love you." "No, you don't. You love stability. You love the idea of your parents' money. You love the fantasy of running away with Nathan." I looked at her, really looked at her. "You never loved me. If you did, none of this would have happened." She started crying harder. Linda handed her a tissue box but didn't move to comfort her. The divorce is happening, I continued. You'll see the kids when the custody agreement says you can. We'll be civil for Emma and Lucas, but we're done, Courtney. We've been done since you served me papers and told me not to fight. I left. Owen walked me out. That took guts. How's she doing, really? Not great, he sighed. She's staying in Nathan's old apartment. He moved out, left her with the lease. Her credit cards are still cut off. Her salary covers rent and basics, but she's used to a different lifestyle. Few of her friends are talking to her. Word got around about the affair. Work is suffering because she can't focus. I feel bad for her, I admitted. A little. That's because you're a good man. He clapped my shoulder. How are the kids? Good, actually. Emma's in therapy. She's processing things, but she's resilient. Lucas is young enough that he just adapts. They miss their mom, but they understand she's figuring things out. That's how we're framing it. Linda and I still want to see them every week. Of course, you're their grandparents. None of this is your fault. We're paying for their therapy, Linda said from the doorway. Already told the therapist to send us the bills. You don't have to, we want to. Those babies are our world. She smiled sadly. We didn't raise Courtney to be this person. We don't know where we went wrong. You didn't go wrong, I said. Sometimes people just choose wrong. Now, 3 weeks later, life's settling into a new normal. The kids have a routine: school, activities, dinner at 6, homework, bath, books, bed. Emma's doing gymnastics and soccer. Lucas started t-ball. They're adjusting better than I expected. Owen and Linda come over every Sunday for dinner. Linda brings her pot roast. Owen helps Lucas with his batting swing in the backyard. Emma sits with Linda and tells her about her week. It's nice. Weird, but nice. Courtney has her first supervised visitation this weekend. 2 hours at my house, Linda supervising. I'll probably go out to give them space. I'm not worried about Courtney hurting them or anything. Linda's just there to make sure she doesn't say anything inappropriate or try to poison them against me. Sometimes late at night when the kids are asleep, I think about what Courtney said. You're just safe and boring. Maybe I am. I work a normal job, pay my mortgage, mow the lawn on Saturdays, coach Lucas's t-ball team. There's nothing exciting about insurance adjusting. But you know what? Safe is good. Safe means my kids have dinner every night. Safe means the bills are paid and the house is clean and there's no chaos. Safe means Emma doesn't cry herself to sleep wondering if Daddy's leaving too. Nathan was exciting. Look how that turned out. Last thing. Garrett finalized the financial settlement yesterday. Courtney has to pay me $650 a month in child support. She nearly fell over when her lawyer told her. Turns out when you're the non-custodial parent and you make more money, you pay support. Who knew? Owen called me last night. Courtney asked us to lend her money, said she can't afford her rent and the child support. What you tell her? That she's 32 years old with a job, that she made her choices, that if she needs money she should ask Nathan. He paused. She hung up on us. Sorry you're stuck in the middle of this. We're not in the middle, we know which side is right. He cleared his throat. Linda wants to know if we can take the kids to the zoo Saturday before Courtney's visit. They'd love that. Good, we'll pick them up at 9. That's where things stand. Divorce will be final in a few months. Kids are adjusting. I'm healing. Courtney's learning that actions have consequences. Someone in my first post said I should document everything because you never know when truth will come out. They were right. That binder changed everything. Not the ending I wanted, but it's the ending that's real, and that's enough. Thanks for listening to all this, Reddit. You helped more than you know. Edit. Few people asking about Nathan. Last I heard from mutual acquaintances, he's already dating someone new. Divorced woman, no kids, owns her own house. Guess he learned to go for the financially stable ones.